Hey, my name is Tim Sae Koo, a recovering Type A and aspiring Type B heart-led leader. After selling my first tech startup in Silicon Valley due to personal misalignment in 2018, I am now backpacking around the world for a year with the intentions of healing myself, recharging my battery, and seeking what problem pains my heart to see exist. I'm here to take you on my journey, to stay in touch with you all, and share my learnings to open up new gateways of inspiration and awareness. Greetings from Mexico City. It's been a hell of a week, and I'm super excited to share with you what's been going on. So after we finished the One Heart journey in Quincara in Perez de Ledon, a group and I flew out to this quaint little beach town called Nosara on the west coast of Costa Rica. And why we went there was we had heard about some amazing land and property to possibly purchase so that we can create this amazing sanctuary, a center for future experiences with other aspiring heart-led entrepreneurs, with plant medicine, with workshops, with transformational coaches, to have this safe space to do the work for healing and transformation. So as we landed in Nosara, I realized how amazing this little town was all about. So I got curious and started to learn more about, which I'm happy to share. As I heard from a tuk-tuk driver, the story of Nosara, a long time ago, there was this king and his daughter named Sarah, who was the princess. And this princess loved going to these rivers. And every time the king would say, "No, Sarah, do not go to the river." And one day she went and drowned and died. And so he dedicated this place and this town to be called Nosara after saying "No, Sarah" so many times. It was just fascinating little stories that you hear. So in Nosara, the main thing I took away was that there's these two areas that are really well known, Playa Pelada and Playa Guiones. Playa Guiones is kind of more developed, a lot more tourists go there, more established resorts and yoga centers, and Playa Pelada is a little bit north of that, a little bit more quiet and not as many people. Something beautiful about Nosara and Costa Rica is that they really embrace this concept called pura vida. And I didn't really understand that as I was kind of traveling around Costa Rica, but really felt that in Nosara. And what I mean by that is, you know, people say like, "Hey, like, how are you feeling today? And what are you going to be doing today? What are you excited about?" And sometimes, you know, you would say, "I'm gonna go do this, but I'll do this tomorrow maybe." And they're like, "Yeah, just do it tomorrow." The pura vida philosophy is really just having a good life. If that means slowing down and relaxing, then so be it. And some fun fact I learned was that the average American might wait 20 minutes for someone if they're late. For Costa Ricans, usually they wait about 2 hours. As I walked around Nosara, you can really embrace this beach town vibe. Everyone's in sandals, wearing a tank or no shirts, in their swim trunks or bikinis, and just roaming around and relaxing. As I hung out with a couple of friends, every single day around 5 p.m. they would say, "Hey, it's the daily ritual sunset watch." And we would go out to the beach and see all different types of beautiful sunsets every day. And you would see the city come out to the beach to really enjoy this slow, beautiful, serene art coming down right in front of you with the ocean in the background. Just insanely beautiful. So let's get to the really exciting part of why I and this group were in Nosara. So the two guys behind One Heart had always envisioned this amazing, safe sanctuary overlooking beautiful land to build up this center so future aspiring heart-led leaders could go there and do their healing and transformation in a very safe place. They want to make sure that this place has nothing but full integrity. And so sometimes that may mean needing to be building from the ground up. We had heard that there's some amazing land for sale to build this center and sanctuary upheld with the highest integrity. And why I specifically joined them was that about a year ago, I went on my second and third ayahuasca plant medicine ceremony, and I had asked how I can best manifest my purpose of service. And as I waited and been patient and surrendered to the experience, after maybe 2 hours, all of a sudden this vision hit my mind of this beautiful campus of practitioners from all around the world and people from all around the world coming to these practitioners in a safe haven, safe sanctuary to learn and heal and transform themselves to their highest potential. And as I envisioned this, I was like, wow, what a grand vision, but I have no idea where to get started. And as I surrendered to the flow of life, I met these beautiful souls from One Heart. That's when I knew I had to lean in and run with them. And as we saw this land in the mountains of Nosara, overlooking pristine, beautiful ocean with eagles flying around the sky and wind slowly breezing through, all of us that went to go see the land had this sense of peace that we knew this was it. This felt right. How do you feel?
Blessed, blissed out, honored. We get to share this with the world. This is where the most incredible transformations will occur for humanity. Leaders creating leaders, showing up and shining as the stars that they are. This will be heaven on earth. It is already. We just get to wake up to it.
You know, for me, I am personally heavily considering investing some of the money that I took away from my exit to this, because for the first time, I understand what believing in something that I'm aligned with feels like. And it's this feeling of there's no question and no doubt that this is a beautiful gift and offering for the world. Not only are we looking to act with the highest integrity by building from the ground up this whole experience from end to end, but really focusing on servicing others around us. You know, the main intention that we all have is how can we provide and how can we be of service to others. We also took a look at another land, to this place called Harmonic Farms. And shout out to Joe and Harmonic Farms, because this land is amazing. And as we were pondering and brainstorming how One Heart and Harmonic Farms can co-create and collaborate together, we thought of this beautiful idea of, you know, once we build a center and sanctuary in Nosara and go through the experience, this accelerator, we can then allow people to go to Harmonic Farms for a very beautiful transition, a decompression opportunity to go reflect and ponder about what they want to integrate back into their lives. So after exploring this beautiful land in Nosara, I decided to fly up to Mexico City. My partner was there, so I was going to meet up with her and explore the rich culture of Mexico. But also I had realized that one of my favorite artists by the name of El Buho was playing here. And I had to see him. Now, to understand why I had to see him, we have to rewind a little bit. On the first night ceremony a couple weeks ago, his song appeared in my plant medicine ceremony. And I remember when that was playing, I giggled like no other. I had become this inner child again, and I remember honoring that inner child inside of me. So as ceremony finished, I remembered committing to myself, saying, I have to meet El Buho while I'm traveling. I actually messaged El Buho and told him, hey, this may sound crazy, but I heard your song, and your song played during my plant medicine ceremony, and it just brought the inner child out of me. And I'm so appreciative that I'm gonna come fly to Mexico City and see you play live on this evening. And he responded, and he said, wow, what a message, and looking forward to saying hi to you. And so as I came to Mexico City, I had another surprise where my friend Wilson actually flew in to come hang out, and I was so excited to find tickets for El Buho. And so as my excitement got too much, I got scammed. As I was so bummed out, I told El Buho, I was like, hey man, like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, like, I just got scammed. And he messaged me back, he said, you got scammed? Man, that sucks. And before I knew it, he sent me a link to be on his guest list. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, like, so grateful for this opportunity and so kind of him to do so. So if you haven't, make sure to take a look at his SoundCloud or his Spotify. His name is El Buho, aka the Owl, and he just provides such beautiful music and vibrations that really get you to start dancing. So for the rest of my time in Mexico, I went to these historical pyramids and city called Teotihuacan pyramids. There were these amazing big pyramids, and I believe one of them, called the Temple of the Sun, is the third largest pyramid in the world after the Pyramid of Giza and one other one. We're just mesmerized by how much beautiful history that still stands and is preserved to embrace and enjoy. But there's one funny story where when we were walking around, my friend Wilson and I kept looking at each other being like, what are those sounds? And as we walked closer, there were these little toys that were in the shape of animal carvings, and you can blow into them and they would make those animal sounds. And so there were like jaguar noises, eagle noises, hummingbird noises. Lo and behold, there was an owl standing right there, and I was like, can you play the owl? And as he played the owl, I remember just being like, yes, I have to get this. So that was my week. Really exciting times for big opportunities to unravel itself and really create momentum for this gift I envision and make it a reality with these One Heart folks. Stay tuned for next week as I head down south of Mexico City to a beautiful little town called Oaxaca, which is also known as the mushroom capital. And if you're enjoying these videos, please hit the subscribe button. And again, so grateful and honored to have shared this presence and time with you, and as you continually come along with me on this crazy adventure around the world.